everybody. My name is Nisim Lopez. I am a Cuban American artist based in Miami, Florida, and I also happen to be a targeted individual, meaning a victim of a secret, illegal, long term, unconstitutional surveillance program known as organized stalking. Today, I come to you with an empowering message for targeted individuals. If you're not a targeted individual, this video is not for you. This is a video specifically made for people who have experienced or are experiencing the gang stalking phenomenon, for people who have been placed in this program. I have been a targeted individual here in Miami, Florida, since early 2011, or at least that's when I realized that I was being unjustly and systematically harassed in an organized fashion by a group of corrupt and immoral civilians that were using unethical means in order to harass me, torment me, agitate me, intimidate me, terrorize me. All these people were being recruited by law enforcement, of course. So, I've been a targeted individual for years now, and I have experienced all the phases of the program, all the levels of the program. So, in other words, I know what the hell I'm talking about. So, as I mentioned before, today I come to you, targeted individuals, with an empowering message. Yes, an empowering message, believe it or not. My message to you, targeted individuals who are watching this video, is that these people behind the gang stalking program, I'm talking about these corrupt people in positions of authority, these people in law enforcement, people in the Department of Justice, etc. These people, you might think that they are invincible, but they are not invincible. They are not all powerful. These people, they have weaknesses. Remember that all these people in law enforcement, meaning the police, Homeland Security, the FBI, whatever you want to call them, all these corrupt and immoral people in positions of authority that are pulling the strings so that targeted individuals are tormented day and night, 24/7, everywhere they go. These people are human, just like you and me. These people are not all powerful. It's very important that we understand that. And think about it. Why are you a targeted individual? That's a very legitimate question, believe it or not. These people in law enforcement, why have they decided, to put all their attention on you and use all those resources, all the energy behind the gun stalking program, the resources, the money behind it, pulling the strings, all that shit. Why have these people targeted you? You know why they targeted you? Because they fear you. That's right. These people in positions of authority, I'm talking about, symbolically speaking, the New World Order, whatever you want to call them, the cabal, whatever. These people are terrified of you. They are scared of you. They fear you. Why do they fear you? Because you, targeted individual, you possess some type of divine spark, something unique. You are a born leader capable of influencing people, meaning that you can open the eyes of people, of a large group of people. That's why they fear you. They consider you a threat because your idea, the light that you possess, can shake their foundations, meaning the foundation on which they stand, and they don't like that. In other words, these people in law enforcement that appear to be untouchable, invincible, you know, these people fear you. These people are terrified of you. Think about it. They have pretty much all the power, and you are isolated with no support system, apparently helpless by yourself, you know, fighting this holy war against all these corrupt and immoral people who are working overtime in order to destroy you in every way they can. You know, you are a soldier, you are a warrior. You possess some type of divine spark that they fear. They fear you. Number two, the people who are behind this secret program, the gun stalking program, I'm talking about the folks in law enforcement. These people are a secret fraternity. They operate from the shadows. They pretty much hide behind the perpetrators that they recruit in order to harass the targeted individual 24/7. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that the core value of these people in law enforcement who are behind the gun stalking program, their core value is deception, not integrity. Think about it. Are they not cowards? So number three, these people behind the gun stalking program, these government affiliated people in fusion centers and shit, what kind of people are this? What I mean by that is, what are they made of? I think that's a very legitimate question, believe it or not. Most of these people, I think it's safe to say that most of these people are born and raised in the United States of America. You see, what do you mean by that? These are people who are spoiled. You know what I mean? They've never been through anything, believe it or not. You know what I mean? They were born, with malls, shopping centers, Walmart, Burger King, McDonald's, J.C. Penney, all kinds of entertainment. These people don't know what it's like to live under a communist dictatorship like Cuba. These people don't know what it is like to be refined by fire. You know, I, Nisin Lopez, I was born in a communist country. I was raised in a communist country. I know what it's like to live there and to experience all the challenges, all the kinds of shit that, you have to experience in that kind of a scenario. I know, for example, what it's like to be hungry for days. I know what it's like, to have no electricity for days, a blackout. I know what it's like, to open the fridge and see whatever little food you had in the fridge rotting. I know what it's like to be sweating balls for days with no electricity. I know what it's like, to have no soap for days and days, and I know what it's like, to have no toothpaste, no shampoo, detergent hard to come by. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to be stuck in a bus terminal for hours and hours and hours, sometimes more than a day. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to have no TV, no color TV in your house, no DVD player. I know what it's like to have only two channels, and I know what it's like to have no access to to real rock solid literature, no music store, nothing. I know what it's like to undergo challenges. I know what it's like to live under very hard circumstances. These people that were born here in this country, that were born and raised in this country, these people never been through shit for the most part. I'm talking about collective consciousness, you know what I mean? And they definitely don't know what it's like to be in a disaster area, to experience being in a war zone like Gaza, Lebanon, Yugoslavia, Iraq. These people who are behind the gun stocking program, they don't know what it's like to have a bunch of bombs falling in your house, destroying your house, all that shit. So, in other words, what I'm trying to convey here is that these people behind the gun stocking program, these people in law enforcement, that they appear to be invincible and really strong and all that shit. These people, they are not what you think. Yeah, a significant amount of them have military training and they know how to shoot a gun and they have all the technology in the world and all that shit. But deep in their core, you know, they're not as strong as you may think they are. Let's go ahead and talk about the perpetrators, meaning the citizens on patrol that are recruited by the police in order to harass the targeted individual 24/7 everywhere he goes. Think about it. These people, the perpetrators, the folks that are recruited, by the police, who the fuck are they? You know, the fact of the matter is that they are a bunch of losers, a bunch of pathetic people, a bunch of fucking scumbags, drug addicts, ex-convicts, criminals, perverts, you know, decrepit looking people, walking around with canes, all that shit, in wheelchairs, thugs, you know, these people, you know, they are harassing you, they're messing with you because they're trying to trigger a response. These people are a bunch of scumbags, a bunch of losers. These are people, they have no integrity. So my point, these people are nothing. That's right, I said it. They are nothing. Nothing at all. You're a bunch of pieces of shit. Another thing I wanted to bring to your attention, empowered individuals, is that believe it or not, you are in charge of the operation, as crazy as it sounds. Yes, I know that you are under constant surveillance. You know, I know that you have hidden cameras in your house. The police, they know what you're doing. They know when you're doing it. They know when you leave your house. Yes, I know that they know everything. Well, think about it. All these perps, all these citizens on patrol that are recruited by law enforcement, they depend on you. Meaning, if you decide to leave your house at 4 in the afternoon in order to go for a walk, guess what? The police is gonna call him up. Hey, yeah, he's going outside. Yeah, you gotta go and try to coincide with him on street such and such. Try to cut him off. Hoping that he retaliates so we can put him in jail. So these people, who are recruited by the police, the perps, they depend on you. Whenever you decide to go out, that's when they have to go out. If you decide to go for a walk, let's say at 10 p.m. at night, guess what? If they're watching TV or whatever, they have to stop doing what they're doing and they have to go follow whatever. How pathetic is that? You know? So if you think about it, you are in charge of the operation. And another thing, try to be as unpredictable as possible. You know? One last thing I wanted to bring to your attention, targeted individuals, empowered individuals. If you think about it, I'm trying to basically to tell you about the positive aspect of this being placed in this program. I know it sounds crazy, but think about it. You have experienced, you have been exposed to a stressor outside the range of usual human experience. You have been placed in a secret, illegal, unconstitutional surveillance program that is designed to destroy you emotionally and psychologically. This is war we're talking about here. We're talking about basically the state against you, a civil military operation, a clandestine operation. You know what I mean? We're talking about, you know, people that are working day and night in order to destroy you, in order to fuck you up mentally as much as possible. They want to kill you. You know, this is a slow kill program. So basically, what I'm trying to say, you know, if you've been placed in this program and you survived this program, that means that you became a stronger person. Think about it. Think about how strong you are, how incredibly strong you are. You know, these people have been gun stalking me. I mean, since 2010, really. You know, I realized that I was being unjustly and systematically harassed in an organized fashion on January 2011. But that means that my gang stalking experience really started in 2010. Uh, so we're in 2018. This is something that has made me really, really strong. You know, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, and above all, spiritually. You know, these people, you know, without them knowing it, you know, they have made me stronger than I already was. I'm serious, you know. So I'm a soldier, I'm a survivor, you know what I'm saying? I have experienced all the phases of the program. I have experienced all the levels of the program. I know the whole game in and out. You know, nobody can lie to me, nobody can bullshit me about it. I know the whole game in and out about the gun stalking program. So this is something that has made me really strong. So think about it, empowered individuals, you know, basically you are the true chosen people. You are heroes, you are martyrs, you know. Another thing that is important for us targeted individuals to understand, you know, to realize really, is that, you know, there is a God. You know, I personally believe in God. You know, I believe there is something out there that is beyond description, ineffable, you know, beyond human grasp. You can call it the source field, you can call it infinite consciousness, you know, God, whatever you want to call it. I believe in this power. I believe in this supernatural power that is beyond description. I believe blindly in perfect faith, you know, in this power, something that cannot be understood beyond human grasp. And I believe that I am on the good side. Of course, you know, I've been a nice guy all my life. You know, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I always try to do the right thing and all that. So I've been a good person in this life. So I got nothing to worry about. You know, God is on my side. So, you know, remember, you know, there's something out there known as the law of karma. I repeat, the law of karma. All these corrupt, immoral people behind the gun stalking program, all these people, you know, they have a karmic debt, you know. God is going to punish these people, you know, either in this incarnation or in the next incarnation. You know, there is something out there known as the law of karma. If you do something wrong, something malevolent, something perverse, something evil to a person, you know, eventually that energy that you put out there in the universe, that shit is gonna get back at you. Yes, it will. You know, maybe not in a month, maybe not in a year, maybe not in this incarnation, but in the next incarnation. I believe in reincarnation, by the way. So remember, no matter how ugly it seems, no matter how ugly the situation may be, there is a God. God is in control, you know, and God knows what you are undergoing. You know, God knows. Believe me. You know, He knows everything. He knows your thoughts, your emotions, your desires. You know, your fears, everything. He knows everything. God is all powerful. God is in control. And last but not least, you know, remember the day will come in this life, you know, when you're gonna leave the physical plane, you know. The day will come when your physical body is gonna give up and you're gonna ascend into a higher dimension, you know. As far as my personal case goes, I believe in perfect faith in the afterlife. I want to clarify, I'm not promoting suicide or anything like that, you know, but I believe in the afterlife, you know, and I believe that once I cross over to the other side, I will be received with great glory, with great honor. I will be rewarded for my good deeds, and I will be treated as a martyr, as a soldier. I stood my ground. I stood with honor. I fought with honor, and I gave it my best shot. So, empowered individuals, I salute you. My best wishes to you. Be strong. Thank you very much for your time.